Alright, so this is going to be part one of what I've decided now is a video series talking about each card in the Acceleracers set. Originally I was just going to show off all of the cards in the book, but I thought what a great opportunity to show just like in detail every card in this set. So I didn't want to take up too much time, so I decided to do it in parts. So I'm going to do just videos dedicated to certain categories of the cards. So like in this video will be all the Accelerachargers, next video will be like mods, so on and so forth. And we'll have probably maybe a 4 or 5 part series talking about each category and just showing off all the really cool art in these. And yeah, so let's get started. So the first card we have is Sprout Road, which is a really cool card. I actually had a hard time finding this card. I never pulled it. I had to buy it off somebody. I really like this picture. First of all, I love the Accelecharger in the movies, but I find it interesting that Anthracite, the Silencers, is using it because they never won this Accelecharger. But nevertheless, really cool card. Love the art on it, and you can actually see the cars in the background there too. So that's pretty cool. I really like that card. It's uncommon for sure though. Next up is Hyper Jump. This is a cool card as well. I should say that some of my cards are in lightly played condition, so if you guys are wondering, it's definitely not a completely perfect set. I definitely had to settle on some not so great condition cards just to finish it, but I'm okay with that. So there's a little picture there. I wonder what card that is. It looks like maybe Excellium. But yeah, cool card. Next we have is Frictionless, which is the Junk Realm Accelecharger. And you know, I always wondered this, is I'm pretty sure that is what's the card? I forget the name of the card, but for a long time I thought this was Battle Spec, and I thought that was just like, wow, that's a fat version of Battle Spec. Which, I mean, I guess it could be. There's another Teku card that looks a lot like this. I can't for the life of me remember the name of it though. But anyways, cool card. I like the card down there. I think that's Anthracite as well. Kind of looks like it. But cool card, nevertheless. This is one of my favorites in the set, is Lightning Rod. First of all, I love Jackhammer. It's such a cool card. You know, Pork Chop went to Pile Driver in the last movie, or the second to last movie. I really wish he would have kept his card, because I've always liked this card, even as a kid. One of my favorite models. And I really like seeing this Accelecharger being used by Galorem in the last race. It's really cool. Very overpowered Accelecharger, I might add. Next up is Fog Vision, which is the first holo in the set. I'm not going to go into too much detail with the holos in these, because I have a video talking about all 25. So I'll just give you a quick look here. Definitely a cool card. Next up, this might be my favorite Accelecharger, Slip Grip. Well, I should say my favorite art in the Accelechargers, because I love Power Bomb. Definitely one of my top 3 models, and just the picture on this is so cool. Definitely a cool card. I love just the angle they got on this car, and the sunset in the background. Really cool card. Then we have Windshark. I've always had trouble kind of looking at, or trying to figure out what I'm looking at in this card. I don't really see a car. I guess that's the car right there, but I don't know, kind of hard to tell, but cool nonetheless. Next up is Undistort, which this for a long time was my favorite card. I really like this card because I love Technetium. Definitely one of my favorite silencers. Also just like the scenery of this card is really cool as well. Love the Chrome Realm, and this is the Chrome Accelecharger. So anything to do with the Chrome Realm I really like. So definitely a cool card. Uncommon as well. Then we have Night Sight. Really cool colors on this card. There's that car again. Again, I cannot remember for the life of me. I'm gonna like wake up at 3 a.m. and remember what car that is. But definitely really cool like colors in this card. This is Cavern Realm, that's it. And really cool like visual for this card. Definitely a good way to visualize the Accelecharger and what it does. Then we have Hydroglide, definitely a favorite card among people, probably because it's a very common card, and so many people, like even if they haven't collected the card set, they've probably had this card in their collection just because it's so common. Power Rage looks awesome in this. I love the background, like the city look of it, and I like how he's driving under the bridge and just kind of like how it's just floating across the water. Really cool. Turn and Burn is the next card. Cove Lights in this picture looks awesome. Love the artist's interpretation of the car itself. Really, really cool. And I love seeing this Acceleracharger being used in that last race, like the other Acceleracharger I mentioned. Really cool colors as well. The orange track and everything. Just the purple of the silencer really goes well with it. Next up is Navigator. Definitely, well, I shouldn't say definitely, probably the most uncommon Acceleracharger. I can't think of a lot of people who have had this card. I definitely couldn't find it on my own. I had to get through the Acceleracers hub. This is a really interesting one. It kind of reminds me of like in World Race, Dan Dresden's car from the Street Breed, how his eye in the sky goes up and you can kind of see a visual on his map. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Then we have Wall Crawl. This is a really cool card because I love Hollowback. Oh, wait, that's riveted. Wow. I just now realized that after turning it over. I always thought this was Hollowback. Okay, that's riveted. Well, nonetheless, cool card. Cool visual. Kind of just what it does and seeing the other cards down there. So, it's kind of funny. Really cool card, though. Battering Bubble. Oh, such a gorgeous card. Such a gorgeous card. There's not much I can say about this except that it's just beautiful. Like I said, all the hollows are featured in my first video, so definitely go check that out. Sound Buffer. This is a cool card because it has two of my favorite models. So we got Reverb and then we have RD08. Well, I think it might be RD05. It's kind of hard to tell from this angle, but RD05 and 8. Definitely my favorite models. Here's RD05 for, yeah, that's probably RD05. Yeah, probably. But yeah, the RD08 and 5 are definitely like my favorite drones, and I love their cars in the movies and diecast. So definitely a cool card. We have Impervious Tires. This is an interesting one. So this is from like the Lava Realm Accelecharger. So I'm guessing it's just like a protection of all your wheels and tires when on any terrain. That's pretty interesting. I like the art on it as well. It's kind of cool how it works. What car is that? It's definitely a drone. It kind of looks like RD05 as well. Yeah. Good thing I had this for reference. Next thing is Antigravitation. I've always thought this was an interesting card as a kid. I was like, wow, look at that cow in the background. We have Ratified Spectite. Very interesting Spectite art on that. Definitely like a fat version of it, but really cool interpretation from the artist on that. And then the other cars in the background, just the scenery. I would have loved to have seen what this Accelecharger, or what this realm looked like, because, I mean, that just looks like crazy. And we have Total Traction. This seems like it would be such an overpowered Accelecharger if it does all this. I mean, it just gives you traction over everything. So this is probably a really good Accelecharger. Folding Corners. This is a cool card. I like the art on this, even though you can't really tell what's going on. You can see the cars going down the road and everything. Yeah, really cool card. I do like this art on this one. 2D. This is a really cool card. You've seen this a lot in the movies. One of my favorite Acceleracers, and I'll kind of go over why I think it's cool and everything. Well, I guess I could kind of show it now. I have 2 Acceleracharger tattoos on my arm. The Warped Realm and then the Monument Realm. Definitely 2 of my favorite Accelerachargers for sure. So definitely a cool card. And I like the art on it as well. But definitely the coolest part about it is seeing the movies. Sand Speed. This is a cool card. I've had this card a bunch. I've pulled this card a bunch. Some people have actually had a hard time pulling this card. I don't know if it's very uncommon simply because I've pulled it so many times. Maybe I'm just lucky. But cool visual with Pile Driver in there. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen this realm as well. Teleport, that's the other Acceleracharger on my tattoo. This is from the Warped Realm, and RDL1 has used this Acceleracharger a lot in the movies, and every time he uses it, it's so cool. I absolutely love it. I feel like a kid just thinking about it because I always thought it was so cool. Cool visual of baseline as well. I wish they would have made Baseline's art at least movie accurate. They made it toy accurate, which is interesting. The Teku logo on the front is from the diecast, but in the movie he just has the lines going down the front of his car, which is pretty cool. But still a cool art interpretation of that. And then the last card is Psyscaler, which is the last card and also the last holo of the set. Really cool card in this one as well. And like I said, I have a video showing all the holos in the set, so definitely go check that out. But this is just kind of a quick look. Yeah, beautiful card. And that's all of them. So yeah, that's it. I've got some more videos coming up talking about the rest of the cards and everything like that. As far as hardness of getting all these cards, definitely the hardest card I had to find was Battering Bubble. It took me a while to track down this holo, but I found somebody on eBay and I just quickly sniped it as soon as I saw it. So yeah, definitely the hardest card. As far as non-holos, I would definitely say Navigator is probably the hardest to find. So if you have this, definitely a good start to collecting the Accelerachargers. As far as difficulty, I'd rate it probably 3 out of 5 as far as collecting them goes. So yeah. And that's it. So yeah, I'll probably talk about mods next. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.